30 years in gyms, like what's kept you around for so long?
Poverty. Steve Dobbs, I'm from Cranberry North, originally from New Zealand, just over 30 years now. I just like working outside, and they were pretty new, and there's millions of houses, there's plenty of work in there. So yeah, and I was young and fit then. You just went out with a franchisor for a couple of days, and that was basically it. Like, I've been mowing lawns since I was a kid anyway, so as long as you knew how to work, you were fine. I mainly only do mowing now, so I've sort of got a bit of a back injury, so anything below my knees or above my shoulders I pay for it the next day. So yeah, I just ride on mowing and just general mowing. Yeah, a lot. And even when you're driving around, you're seeing gyms, some other business every second day that you've never seen before. So it's to the point where it's almost, it's totally unrecognisable. Poverty. I couldn't go and work inside. And even though you've got bosses, every client's your boss, but you lose a job here, you pick up one in the next street. You can work your life around it a little bit. Yes, you got to be reliable and you got to turn up on the day, but you got a bit of flexibility. So yeah, I've been through a few things over the years, and I'm able to work the work around my life. So yeah, I personally like it, but you don't get holiday pay either. Yeah, I don't think I could take orders from someone now either. You get to a point in your life where you're less tolerant of people, I suppose, and I'm at that stage now. So yeah, I've got another 10 dozen years to retirement, and unless my leg falls off, I'll keep going, I suppose. Probably around 120, 130 plus, a few ringing me up. So one, I would say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Some people want to be all industrial. A mixture is really good. I've got a nice little bit of industrial. I start early in the morning, which is great this time of year because you're beating the heat. But if you're all in, and I do quite a bit of insurance work, just have a mixture of everyone. I've seen guys that get in with one body corp, and that's great. They have blocks of units and blocks of units, and then they have a falling out or there's a change of management there, and they lose half their business. Boom, like that, and that hurts you too much. So just have a bit of everything, and at the end of the day, you got to get out of bed and go to work. The lawns don't mow themselves. One, I suppose, that's been around for 33, 34 years now. Everyone knows the picture on the side of the trailer, so rightly or wrongly, they trust you, you know what I mean? Because obviously there's been good and bad ones over the years, and everyone knows the picture. I have people that I've been mowing for years, and they'll ring me up and they call me Jim, and then they apologise and they say, "Oh, sorry, Steve," and then they go, "Thanks, Jim," at the end of the call again, you know what I mean? So yeah, I suppose the Jim is more recognisable than the Steve. I like the Honda hand mowers, and I'm self-propelled. Pushing them is okay when you're 25, but when you're 55, you just want to gently walk behind them. I run a walker, which I probably do a third of my work on, and I also run a Toro, which I do some factories usually on Saturdays and that are a bit rough, that I don't want to run good gear on. I've always liked the still equipment, which now we get a discount through gyms. I've tried them all over the years, but I find still the most reliable. Personal preference, so yeah. Well, you've got to be able to be a people person, so you've got to be able to deal with young people, old people, and everything in between. I've got clients, I've been mowing probably 10 years and never met them. You've got to have a bit of trust. The other thing, if you come in with too much debt, you're going to struggle, because I've got all good paying clients, but I'm not banging on the door waiting for money each time. I'm happy to roll it over the next time or whatever. If your mortgage payment's due on Thursday, you're really pushing yourself probably that 20% harder, and you'll burn yourself out. I now run it like a job, 7.5 hours a day, I'm gone. You know what I mean? If I can knock off earlier. Occasionally, obviously I work a 10 and 11 hour day, but I see guys come in and they'll work 10, 11 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's why they don't last. Because either you'll fall apart, your marriage will fall apart, your life will fall apart. You've got to have the balance. And the other thing is, if you're an older bloke coming in at 50, 55 and you've worked in an office, you're probably better off staying in the office, because you've probably been the guy who's been paying me for the last 30 years to mow a lawn, and you look out the window on a nice day and you go, what a great job. But look out the window when it's 35 degrees, or look out the window when it's raining. It ain't a great job sometimes. Yeah. So the weather's only perfect about 1 in 3 days. But yeah, if you're coming from a hard-working background, I believe the training nowadays is a lot better from the business side of it, you'd probably go all right. But if you've got $1 million mortgage, good luck to you. Yeah. I've had many over the years, and the sad thing is quite a lot of your customers, you're starting and they're 75 already, and a lot of them are gone now. especially this area, like as you worked around here. But Dan, there used to be a lot of big houses, and now they're all townhouses and things. So yeah, like it's the evolution, I suppose, isn't it? Like of the suburbs. One of the first clients I got when I started was another Jim's mowing guy was mowing her, and he said to me, he says, "You can have this client. She's I can't handle her." So I go, oh, okay, and you go in there with trepidation. Lovely Italian lady, and I started just before Christmas. So I think I mowed her once before Christmas. I got $100 tip, a bottle of whiskey, box of chocolates, and I sort of thought, oh, she doesn't seem too bad, you know what I mean? So 28 years later, I went to her funeral. I now mow, her son's living in the house. I mow him. I mowed his ex-wife. I mowed their factory. That one job became about 6 jobs. And like every year, I never had to put the price up on this job. Every year she would say, "Steve, it's time you put your price up. I'm putting it up $5. That is so good when you get clients like that. But she was another Jim's guy's nightmare. So the thing to think is there will be jobs you don't like for no good reason. Just it might be the bloody tree you got to duck under in the front yard. Don't do those jobs. Get rid of them. Give them to someone else because he might like that job. Don't ever go in thinking, oh, I'm not going to like this job, because they can be some of the greatest people you ever meet in your life. Well, that lady that just died, like I had her in the first week, so I've done her for 28 years, and like I'm still doing the property now, so really 30 years. This lady we're out the front of, I've probably been doing her for 25, 26 years. Like I've done 5 or 6 splits over the journey, so like some of them clients I sold off, and ironically, when a couple of them Jim's guys went out of business, a couple of them clients sort of come back to me too. So like I'm now at the stage where I'm only taking a job when I lose a job sort of thing, and yeah, because I don't want to do too much more. Yeah, but I'd love to know what I know now. But, you know, I suppose we'd all say that about everything in life. I'd probably have a bit more of a business plan. Like the only plan I had at the beginning was work hard because I had debt. And that's why I sort of said earlier, if you come in with a lot of debt, and like I see guys that are starting, they'll have a $100,000 truck pulling, you know, a $10,000 trailer. And I sort of think like, you're better off to have your money at the back, you know what I mean? Like that walker on there, that's equivalent to an employee for me, but it doesn't cost me a wage. Like it's 48 inches wide. It doesn't matter if it's 38 degrees, I can still use that. And I'm mowing twice as fast as 2 guys. And I found with employing people, if your jobs are a wee bit apart and you're spending 15 minutes in traffic getting to the next job, the guy beside you is making more money than you. Like husband and wife teams are great. I know some guys make it work with employees, but you have to do a lot of lawns. You know, you probably got to be doing 30 lawns a day. If you put the effort in, you'll go all right. That's not one word. No, it's